Welcome to this quick course video covering 3 quick ways to get free energy. So what you will learn to get into it quickly, obviously because that's the goal of this video, your secret power of free energy, symptoms of low free energy, results of high free energy, so the benefits, and how to get more free energy, like the actual methods we're going to cover at the end. Firstly, what is free energy? So I've already covered it in the beginning post if you haven't checked it already, but there are 2 types of energy, physical and free. Physical is felt as warmth, as health, as freshness, as well-being on the physical level. So when you sleep well, you feel rested, relaxed. When you exercise, you feel good. Basically the warmth that you feel and health that you feel on a physical level. Now the free energy, on the other hand, is, in my opinion, much more interesting because physically is something that we can pretty easily do with good sleep, good nutrition, and good exercise, or decent at least. You don't have to necessarily eat like an athlete, sleep like a professional, I don't know, like athlete, or eat like I think I've already mentioned it, never mind, like exercise like an athlete. It was probably the last one. But the thing is, most people are probably going to get the best results from increasing their free energy, because this is something that not a lot of people are aware of. So this is exciting because these are where huge benefits can be found and rewards can be reaped. So free energy is felt as life force, vitality, excitement. It's the energy of intention. It's the energy of creation. It's what people like. Excitement, I think, is one of the best labels to describe this. Like being excited about creating things, about learning about new things, about meeting people, getting to know them, like all of these things that give you energy, but you're not really sure like what type of energy it is. It's almost a different energy. This is the free energy. So symptoms of a low free energy. So if you have any of these symptoms, I don't really like to call it like this because it's not a disease of any kind, but if you want to know if you probably lack free energy, there's some indicators you can use. Drained mentally. So if you feel like drained, but physically you're doing, like you could say, like the right thing. So you are drinking water, you are exercising, you are eating, you are sleeping well. Then if you still feel drained, it's definitely a symptom of low free energy. Feeling depressed depends, because it can also be a physical cause that allows you to feel, or that makes you feel depressed. So that's the physical connection, and there's the mental connection, and both influence each other. So if you are not physically well, you probably won't be mentally well, and on the other hand, you can be physically well, but you can be mentally unwell. So there is a very direct correlation between them. Now, if everything feels hard, like a struggle, like almost it's like it feels like a struggle to even watch this video, then it's probably a sign that you have low free energy, or the video is probably not good. But I don't think that's the case because I'm delivering this video with so much free energy, as I'm sure you can tell. If you're feeling stressed, tense, or living in fear, that's a sign of low free energy, because high free energy usually means excitement, positivity, optimism, which we'll cover in a second. And if you're constantly feeling pressured by something, so if you constantly feel like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to finish this project, and like, oh, I have to get results, I have to make money, I have to drink water, I have to do blah, blah, blah. All of these burdens, necessities, that's also a sign that your free energy is either low, or it's like kind of being constrained or trapped in a sense. But there's also many other things which you can know. Like the main thing is you probably will know if you are physically well, and if you still feel low energy but you are physically well, then it's probably a sign of low free energy. So results or benefits of high free energy, the big boy benefits. Really what you're going to start to see is an I can do anything attitude. So truly, it might be a little bit sometimes egotistical in a sense, but it truly feels like you can do anything when you have enough free energy. You can feel literally like you can move mountains. Like when I'm saying stuff like this, if you don't have high free energy, it probably sounds like strange, like I could do anything, move mountains. That was like some motivational podcast speech, whatever video. But it's true. Like when you actually have high free energy, you don't even necessarily think at the same level as you do when you have low free energy. You also get clarity in your goals. So literally by increasing your energy, you get clarity over your goals and like what you essentially want. It's like you don't even necessarily have to do anything. other than just increasing your energy to get more clarity. That's kind of a byproduct. Then also constant excitement about life. So like anything, just from food to writing to talking to music to water to microphones. I'm just mentioning what's what's inside of my desk setup. But the main thing is that you just become excited about so many things. Like instead of looking down at the same things which you're seeing, you're actually looking up, you're being positive about them, you're being optimistic about them. Even though nothing changes in reality, you start seeing things differently. You also become physically calm and relaxed. Because if you feel like very stressed and your free energy increases, so you become excited about something, you become like, oh, you feel like good about something, with that feeling of feeling good, your body is going to physically relax. Even though it might not feel like it because you're so excited about some things, this is definitely going to be the case. And a feeling of power and inner strength. So really that feeling like, I can build that huge business, I can ask that girl out, I can achieve this goal, I can travel the world, like whatever. Like the feeling that you can actually do it. And this feeling is so important because most of the obstacles we create in life are just mental anyway, they don't exist. So it's might as well just use this to remove the obstacles inside of our head and then just go towards our goals so much easier. How to get more free energy. So we've talked about the symptoms and the benefits, but how to actually get more free energy. Like I'm sure that you probably notice I'm delivering this video with quite a lot of free energy, with a lot of excitement, because I'm excited about this topic. But you on the other side watching this, like how can you actually use this to get more free energy? And that's also quickly, because the main thing you'll find with free energy is that it's a lot quicker to gain or lose as physical energy. So if you have exercised, slept well, and ate well, you almost get this consistent flow of physical energy, I was going to say. But free energy, on the other hand, can be gained or lost pretty quickly. So you have to be very careful. Now, the first method is unrealized intentions. So an intention is basically something that you are going to do. Make a list of all of the promises, goals, tasks, and things you have set out but not yet achieved. And this can be as simple as helping my dad with his computer. So as soon as you make a promise to someone, as soon as you put up a task for yourself, like I'm going to clean my room, and I have plenty of these, like it's not like you have to become obsessed to the point where it's like, oh, I can't make any promises, I can't set any things or tasks, because then I'm going to give away free energy. No, you do have to actually do these things. But the main thing is just not letting it pile up to where there's a bunch of unrealized intentions. So now what you probably expected is either you act and complete these intentions. So you actually help your dad with his computer, or you actually go to the supermarket, or you actually send the email to the client, or you actually call your mom, whatever, or you drop them. And then with dropping them, you have to drop them for real. So you can't just say, for example, oh, I'm not going to help my dad with his computer. And then in the back of your mind be like, yeah, I still need to help my dad with his computer. Or like, I'm not going to record this video. And then you're like, but I probably should record this video. No, you have to really drop it. Only then will the free energy return to you. And you will instantly feel an increase in your free energy just by doing this. So I'm going to give you some time at the end of this video to actually do this. If you want, you can pause and do it immediately. That's fine. But the main thing is just making a mental list or a physical list of all of the things you said you're going to do and haven't yet completed or done, and then do them or drop them. Now, it's important that you don't necessarily do this for all of your big goals. So like if you want to be a millionaire or want to build a big business, it's not something that you should like immediately complete, because obviously that's very unrealistic. But what I'm talking about is just like the promises you make on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, that bring your energy down because you haven't completed them, and you just keep them in your mind. Okay, so that's the first method. So yeah, some examples which I forgot I even had on the slide. Buy my friend a gift. If you have to do that, but you still haven't done it, like do it or drop it. Send an email to potential clients, create this video, project app, if you have too many goals, consider dropping some of them. So yeah, that's another point. Like if you have so many different goals, like building a business, but also writing a book, but also like building the next iPhone, I'm just making something up, then consider dropping some of them. It's good to have many goals in different fields. So like exercise goals, business goals, relationship goals, study goals, I don't know what else, personal goals. But really within each item, you just want to keep it to a few. And then, like I said, either act or drop with conviction. Method 2, limitations. So the second method is make a list of all the limitations that you or other people have put on yourself. Many people know this as well as limiting beliefs, but the reason I like limitations is because limiting beliefs basically refers to beliefs specifically, but when you talk about limitations, you really start to become aware, like, what do I think is limiting me? And then it's almost like new things are going to pop up, because you think like, oh, limiting beliefs. Many people think that limiting beliefs are hard to find, that are hard to overcome. But when you talk about limitations, it's easier to identify them and actually overcome them. Because you realize that, for example, I'm not worthy, like, it's not even true. Like, who knows the definition of worth? No one knows it. Because everything is the same. That's a little bit of a spiritual talk. Anyway, there's enough money. Like, that's not a limitation. Like, if you actually figure out what is there not enough money for, like, do you actually know what you need the money for, like, in detail? Probably not. You're just using this as a limitation. I'm not capable. Like, of what? Like, what exactly would you need to be capable of? Like, for example, recording this video, if I would say to myself, I'm not capable of speaking with enthusiasm or with, like, specific words, like sometimes I'm tripping over, I don't care. I'm not letting that stop me from recording this video. I can choose to use it as like a limitation, but then again, like, not capable of what? Like, who said that you always need to deliver these videos with perfect enthusiasm, perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation? Like, no one states these things. They're just made up. So just drop them, see through them, let them go. They're not true. Some examples: making money is hard. I don't know what to do. I can't do it. This isn't the right time. Now, these things literally take up energy. So a lot of people talk about limiting beliefs as limiting you, but they don't really limit you in the sense that they physically limit you from doing things you want to do, but they limit you in an energetic sense. So let me be really clear in this. When you have accepted a limitation, so you really believe that you're not worthy, or you really believe there is enough money, then what you're actually doing is you are giving some of your free energy to maintaining this limitation. Because by nature, everything is perfect. So this limitation doesn't exist. What you do when you accept the limitation is you actually, like, almost clamp it to yourself in your energetic body, which is something you have. You have a physical body and energetic body as well. And the free energy is basically the energetic body, if you hadn't noticed. But these limitations basically take up your free energy. So literally the limitation, it holds you back, it takes up your free energy, and it's not true. So it's absolutely not necessary to keep these things. The main thing is becoming aware of these. You are probably aware of some of your limitations right now. Maybe some of them don't want to be necessarily uncovered or discovered, which is fine. It doesn't have to happen immediately. The main thing for you to get results with this quickly is just find a couple of limiting beliefs you have. It could be as simple as around money, because if you don't have a lot of money, you definitely have limitations around money. That's just the truth. So just pick, for example, that one and see it for what it truly is. Like, it's not true. It's just, it's also taking up your energy. There's no reason for you to keep it. I don't know what to do is another one. Like, actually saying I don't know what to do puts a limitation on you, so you don't know what to do, if that makes sense. I can't do it, same thing. Like, just saying to yourself I can't do it puts this limitation, so you can actually not do it. But by nature you can do something. This isn't the right time, same thing. And then stop listening to them and let them go. Now, the final method, and you can also take action on the second one as well if you want. At the end of the video I'm going to give you some space. But the third method is burdens and oppressions. So make a list of all of the habits, people, goals, events you're engaging in. So this is kind of the preferences you have, like maybe a specific diet you follow, the habits you follow, like exercising a certain way. And then for each one of these things, does this feel like a pleasure or a burden? Because it's very easy. Usually something either takes energy or gives you energy. There's not really any neutrality, because even if it doesn't give you energy, then it's probably still not giving you energy either. So it's not worth spending time on things that are neutral. It's better to spend time on things that give you energy rather than no or little or like take away your energy. So for each of these items, if it feels like a burden, drop it. And actions, habits, goals, and people that are not aligned with your true self, they will be like a burden. So for some people, exercising in the morning is very natural and good and feels good. For other people, exercising in the morning feels like a burden. This is because these actions and habits are not aligned with their true selves, and therefore they will be like a burden because they take free energy. Some examples: a diet philosophy. If you have forced yourself to eat vegan or vegetarian or raw foods, whatever, and you don't like it, then consider dropping it, because if it feels like a burden, once again, it's something that's not aligned with your true self. And you can either stick with it because you think it's good, because some influencer told you, or you can drop it because it's not in alignment with your true self. And as I'm sure you also agree with me on, the most successful definition of a life is the most successful definition of a life for you specifically as an individual. Also, exercise philosophy. For example, if you follow like a 5x5 barbell workout split, but you don't really like those heavy barbell workouts because like you would prefer to do like running or cycling or diverse exercise, then consider dropping it. Romantic partner. So if you are in a relationship, huge one. If you are in a relationship, I don't have a lot of experience with this, to be really honest, but if you are in a relationship and this person feels like a burden, drop them. It's not easy, for sure. I definitely have people in my life as well that I have to do this with, but it's definitely worth it, especially romantic, because like I feel like romantic, if you're not aligned with your romantic relationship, I feel that adds like an additional burden, but I don't have a lot of experience with it, once again, to be transparent. Finally, family dinner. So like if you, I don't know, have appointed with your family or your mom that you would like have dinner with them every week or every 2 weeks, and it feels like, I have to go to the family dinner, I don't really want it. Like you can obviously go if you want, but if it's like really regular, I would consider dropping it as well. Now, the fun part. Pause the video and do at least one of these methods. What you're going to sense is an immediate increase in your energy. And I'm actually almost claiming this because I know it's true. Whenever I do this, whenever I list out the promises I have, whenever I list out the limitations I have, whenever I list out possible burdens or pressures, I always feel better afterwards. Let me see if I can find one quick example to end the video. This is not scripted, this example, but I guess for a diet, definitely, because I realized that I was following like a quite strict, you could say like raw foods diet. And I realized that first of all, it wasn't very smart for my body, because quick changes in your diet, your body kind of expects some foods and nutrients and is pretty much using that as fuel. And if you suddenly change it to like just vegetables, your calorie increase, intake decreases massively. Like all of these things are not very beneficial. So for me, like a raw foods diet is just not realistic. It's not in alignment with my true self. So yeah, maybe for you that's something which could be similar. But anyway, just do one of these things. Truly do them. Get to the core, like actually take some time to do the exercise and like with each specific one what you needed to do. And then afterwards, I'm sure you will immediately sense an increase in your free energy. So method 1, drop promises. Method 2, let go of limitations. Method 3, free yourself from burdens. And that pretty much concludes this course. I would love to hear your feedback if it did help you get an increase in your free energy. With that said, if you are really looking for long-term increases, definitely just consider doing these methods more. But there's also plenty of other stuff which I can teach, which I'm going to teach. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you have an amazing day ahead.